few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Brennan gone alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rolling to his left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the keeper. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play. But it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage. And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we called them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A time on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now back to throw. Out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play. Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches for an even 100 yards. From the 22, Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelce.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On the move to his left. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Steps away. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He finds his man complete. That's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rolling to his left. A strong running. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Dwayne Eskridge.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go and have all his points, let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 9 now. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And running with power here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go, baby.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And quickly, they get to the line. Steps away. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Rolling to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over possession. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On play action, they'll throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 1. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are right back in the... Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mahomes to throw it. Finding Kelsey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have 1 big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right? And this is going to be intercepted.